What's going on, Fragrance family? It's your man Gator, better known as the novice knows out here in these fragrance streets. Man, I was just getting in from an event on a good Saturday night, man, and I'm like, you know what? This would be the perfect time to actually do this tag video, man. And shout out to my guy Dedrick, man. If you don't know who Dedrick Hicks is, man, what rock have you been hiding under, man? He is one of the best in the game, one of the coolest guys in the game, man. Much respect out there to Dedrick, man, and honored to actually be part of this tag, man. So the tag was, you know, fragrances that you wear when you are wearing a suit. You know, your top 5 fragrances, man. And it was such a lot more difficult task than it seemed, man. But we're gonna get into this because, matter of fact, let me get out of this right quick, man. We're gonna get into it right now because I did have some that I felt were some bangers, man. And I want to start out actually with a couple of honorable mentions, and I make these honorable mentions because they're newer to the collection. I just got these in, and so far they are already impressing me, and I am ecstatic about wearing these a little bit more on special occasions, man, or just, you know, out into the office. One in particular, though, I do want to reserve for special occasions, and this one is from Fragrance World. This is the new Notes Jazz, and now that light is gonna mess with the bottle a little bit here, but this is Notes Jazz, man. This fragrance has really impressed me. This is an inspiration of Goldfield and Banks' Silky Woods, a little bit different as far as like the opening goes here. It's a little bit fresher as well, but this fragrance, the bottle is amazing, by the way, but this fragrance itself is also amazing, man. This lasts all day on skin, lasts forever on clothes, and man, it's just got a class to it, man. It's something special, just like the original fragrance, Silky Woods is. There's something about this fragrance that when you spray this on, it just screams special occasion, man. I wouldn't wear this as like just a standard office scent, but for special occasions when you really want to show out, this fragrance is one that I would say is a definite winner when it comes to that department. This is, again, from French Avenue, actually. This is Notes Jazz. Well, Fragrance World, technically. This is Notes Jazz. Now, the second one here is more what I consider more of a I'm going to get suited and booted kind of wear because of how it differs from the fragrance that it's inspired by. And both of these are actually inspired by fragrances here. This one is a new pickup to the collection. This is Nitro Elixir. See if I can get the light to cooperate here. You know what? Let's do this. We'll turn the light off. How about that? So this is Nitro Elixir here. And this is actually inspired inspired by YSL's Myself, and it's a damn good inspiration of it too, man. It is not the exact same. That Y Myself Absolute actually is the one that it's inspired by. That Y Absolute is a little bit fruitier, but this comes across as a little bit fresher, a little bit sharper on the lavender as it gets into the dry down as well. But I feel like this is a great office scent. It's pretty strong too, so light sprays with this one, but it makes a perfect office scent if you do wear it in, man. It has great longevity here. I'm getting like 8 hours off skin on clothes until you wash them. Great little fragrance, man, and I look forward to spending some more time with this one in the fall, man. So again, 2 of my upcoming hitters here in this video, and this is again Dumont's Nitro Elixir. Now let's get into some of these. I had to take a sip right quick because my throat was getting dry. A couple of these suited and booted fragrances here. And so I really had, one more as far as like a honorable mention. This is the new Coach EDP, and I had to wipe it out because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it had fingerprints all over it, man. This black was killing me here, but this is the new Coach New York EDP, right? This fragrance is Dior Sauvage-esque, but not quite as potent. But it has that same kind of vibe. This is really good for like suited and booted wear right here. This is fresh, it's commanding. It's got a little bit of a leathery vibe to it as it goes into the dry down. Great for office wear. I look forward to wearing this in the office even more. I actually wore it the other day and got quite a few compliments on it. So this is another one to watch coming up into the fall here. Now, I'm gonna get to my list. Now, I'm gonna divide these into some fragrances that I think are great for suited and booted wear in the office when you wanna get some stuff done. And then I got a couple of special occasion bangers that I'm gonna throw out here at the end of the video. So the first one I wanna go with, man, is the fragrance I'm actually wearing today. Now, I wasn't actually in the office, but it was a business meeting, suited, booted type of scenario. And I wanted to wear something that was going to be, you know, not necessarily, you know, super business-like, but at the same time, not uber casual. I wanted something that was going to turn heads. When you talk about fragrances that turn heads, man, this fragrance has to be on the top of the list, man. This is 8 and Bob Egypt. I mean, what can you say about this, man? This is that fougere style fragrance with the nutmeg, the other spices in here, freshness from a lavender. And man, when you wear, oh man, I love the way this smells. I got it on me right now, man. But when you smell this fragrance, you can't help, people around you can't help but turn their head and see who that is that's walking by. Great sillage on this thing, by the way. Those spices on 8 and Bob Egypt carry in the air. Makes for a great wear. It makes for a head turning fragrance. If you're dressed to impress, this is the fragrance to go along with that. Yeah, I have to say, this is one of my favorite fragrances, man, and it's why it's always on the perch in the back of all of the videos, man. It is such a gorgeous fragrance, and like I said, perfect for dressing and impressing, man. This is 8 and Bob Egypt. Now, when you're talking about something that you're going to use for office wear, a lot of times when you're in the office, man, you want something that's going to be a fresh fragrance, but at the same time, it's going to give you a confident, commanding nature, man. And one of the fragrances that I have picked up this last year that really has that vibe is one that's, you know, rarely heard of here. And I keep on wiping these things on my shirt because, man, I didn't realize the fingerprints was real. This one is a surprise to me. This comes from Siren Fragrances. The fragrance is called Blue Caviar. And as you can see, it has the little caviar beads in here. There's a gorgeous fragrance in here, man. This gives a shower gel freshness with a little bit of an added like surprise in here because the tobacco really speaks in here, man. It gives a fresh tobacco, which means you like this commanding style of presence, man. You walk around the office confident and you feel clean and confident to go along with it, man. Gorgeous fragrance, man, and it actually carries in the air really well too. I dig this fragrance a lot, man, and it gets pretty good compliments too. I mean, I was in the office, wore it for a meeting we had a couple weeks back, and my manager actually was the one that walked up to me and was like, "Oh, you smell like you're about to conquer the world." Yeah, this is that type of fragrance, man. It gives you that type of vibe, man. Again, this is from Siren Fragrances. This is Blue Caviar. There we go. Now, I decided, man, that I was gonna try to stay away from like the inspired fragrances, but this one was one of those that really kind of like struck me and was like, hey, you know, you gotta put this on the list, man. Now, it's inspired by Electimus's Imperial, and man, it's a great inspired by, like, I won't even call it a one-to-one, but it's as close as you can get to a one-to-one with that fragrance in the air, man. This, and it's from Dumont, so you know they add that extra oomph in everything they do. This is Dumont's Bravanzo Imperial. Now what this is, you get a nice, beautifully powdery citrus. It's very musky, super citric. In the air, this thing trails beautifully, and it gives this almost like, it's not a super deep, not a super like heavy fragrance. It actually has a lighter feel to it. That powderiness, that musk, really, it's a white musk, so it's kind of a super clean, kind of powdery musk in the air, man, and it really floats in the air, and it allows that the way that the musk runs in here, that cleanness to it, it allows the citrus to actually be the perfect accent to the way this thing floats in the air. And when I say it floats, man, sillage on this thing is amazing. This one is one that you spray on if you want to impress, you want to turn heads. This one's gonna definitely turn heads. It's gonna have you feeling clean all day too, man. It's gonna have you feeling confident all day. And here's the other thing about this one. Price is not that bad either compared to the OG, because the OG is, I think, around that $200 mark. This one's running around 40 or so, man. So you're getting all of the same, elements of that OG at like a fifth of the price. Great pickup. One of my favorites this last year. This again is Dumont's. Oh, and did I say it lasts all day? Lasts all day on skin and on your clothes till you wash them. It's that kind of vibe, man. Dumont's Bravanzo Imperial. There we go. Now, gotta go to the classics, man. Sometimes you just want something that's gonna give you a classic vibe, man. A classic office scent, something that's going to be, your standard. And you don't get more standard in office scents than blues, right? We already went with one blue when we're talking about the Siren Fragrances Blue Caviar. But now we got to talk about one of the blues. Now, outside of Bleu de Chanel, there's a ton of blues out there that are perfect for the office. This one is one. And this one could actually be dressed up even more than just for the office, man. But I will tell you, when I think about blue fragrances, Bleu de Chanel Parfum is my favorite. This one is in that top 3. It is definitely in the top 3. This one is Polo Blue Parfum. Now, when we're talking about a office fragrance, this thing is not a super strong projector. It actually pops off about, maybe a foot off of the skin. Has a decent sillage. I get like 3-4 hours as far as sillage goes on here. As far as like strong sillage, right? But it lasts pretty much all day on my skin. It just goes into like a super soft skin scent. But in the office, man, if you're moving around, you're walking, you're doing all of those things, this is a perfect fragrance for it, because it really just throws this fragrance. For some reason, the diffusiveness on this one is very much under the radar. It actually does perform a lot better than people give it credit for. But you get this classic shower gel style of blue, a little bit smoky as it kind of goes into the dry down here, but I love the way this thing smells in the air, man. And this is one that I wear for me when I'm in the office and I'm walking around and working and everything like that, man. It just lightens my load and like really invigorates me just to walk around and catch pops of myself coming off of me. Pause for some reason, because that just sounded like a pausable comment. But this thing in the air is gorgeous. Compliment magnet as well. And we say we don't do it for the compliments, and I don't do it for the compliments, but it does feel good when you get them. And this one is one that definitely gets them. Again, from Polo. And this is another one that's pretty affordable. I try to go in a more affordable route with some of these here. But yeah, this is Polo Blue Parfum. I love this stuff, man. This actually might be my scent of the day tomorrow. I love this. Now, I talked about classics before I went to the Polo Blue Parfum, and I talked about the classic blues, but classic confidence, man. You want something that's going to give you in the office, man, when you're dealing with people, and not just in the office, man, when you're dealing with one-on-one, business, whether it be something, in your personal life, or whether it's at the office, or, anytime you're handling business of any kind, man, you want something that's going to give you a little bit of that edge, a little bit of that dangerousness, right? But at the same time, you want something that's going to just kind of garner, respect. Classic. And when I think of classic, man, you don't get much more classic than Mancera Cedrat Boise, man. Could have put the intense here, but there's something I like more about this one, right? So the intense, I kind of feel like that one's more for me as far as like, getting, like special occasion type of thing. This is office wear. This is leathery. It's got that vanilla undertone in here, man. It's got this muted citrus though that really kind of has this just kind of takes hold of people, man. It's I wouldn't call it necessarily refreshing, but I would call it invigorating. When you spray this on, it definitely does lifts up your spirits a little bit here, and that leather kind of grounds you, makes you feel dangerous, man. This is a fragrance that you do wear when you want to conquer something. This is a conqueror's fragrance. This is Cedrat Boise, and if you've never smelled Cedrat Boise, get your nose on it. A lot of people compare this to a Ventus. I like this a lot more than I like a Ventus. I've always been more of a Cedrat Boise guy. And man, if you've never smelled it, put your nose on it and you'll see why I like this one a lot better than the Ventus. This, again, Mancera Cedrat Boise. Now, I wanted to drop a couple of like special occasion wears, right? One, I know that it's so divisive in the community right now that it's crazy, but I decided to drop it on this list anyway, man, because I love it. I get a lot of attention with this one, and it's one of my favorite fragrances to wear for special occasions, man. As a matter of fact, my mother-in-law talks about this one all the time, and she says, this was the fragrance that just lasted in her house for like 2 weeks. When I sprayed it on, we were going to like a dinner or something like that, for like a family reunion dinner, and it just lasted in her house for 2 weeks. She was like, whatever it was that he sprayed, it smells good. The house was smelling like it for 2 weeks. It's this guy right here. This is Virtus Vanilla Oud. Oh yeah, there are people that are out there who hate this fragrance, and I find that with this one, you either love it or you hate it. I'm on the love side. I akin this to a lot similar as far as DNA wise to like a baby cat. A little bit less leathery than you would find in baby cat. This is more of a strict like animalic style of oud here. It's soft but animalic. It's got some funk to it, but it's the way that the vanilla is done in here, kind of a raw vanilla that really kind of gives it a lot of kind of punch to it, man. And in the air, this is gorgeous. This is one that when you smell it, you get the florals, you get the saffron kind of popping out of here, man. This is amazing when you're like, wearing it out for like special occasions, weddings, whatever that special occasion is. You spray a couple of, and you don't need much of it because it's super strong. You spray maybe 2-3 sprays of this one right here, man, people are gonna be talking about you the whole evening, and I'm talking about it in a good way. And like I said, there are people in the community that don't like it, but I don't see how. It's that one. It's one of ones for me. This again is Virtus Vanilla Oud. Now, I just talked about one of ones. I just talked about special occasions. I just talked about all of these things. There's one fragrance that I have in my collection that nobody talks about, except for me. Like, I've never seen anybody talk about this fragrance except for me. But it is a one-of-one fragrance. It is one of my most complimented fragrances over the last 4 years that I've had it. This fragrance, it literally every year, it is the most complimented fragrance I get. I wear, right? And I keep it in it's a Mancera. You can tell by the bag, man. I keep it over there in the back in my videos all the time, man. This is a fragrance that I absolutely adore, and I hope that somewhere along the line you get to put your nose on this fragrance. This special occasions, bro, you cannot beat Mancera's Precious Oud. Now, picture this, right? It's in the name. Oud is in the name, right? So you've got a soft oud, you got a Laotian oud. Like Laotian oud's kind of a funky but soft kind of vibe as far as ouds go. As it goes into the dry down, you get a good bit of rose and everything too. Now, so you're looking at a rose oud combo fragrance, right? Imagine a fresher take on a rose oud vibe, right? This is a kind of a watery, fresh kind of vibe as far as the rose goes in here. Balance that thing out at the top, intro it with tiramisu. Now, tiramisu, coffee cake, whatever you want to call it, but tiramisu is a nice, beautifully chocolatey, kind of sweet, kind of, you know, coffee cake kind of vibe going on, and it is super present in here. It's a different type of sweet in the opening here. Balance that sweetness off with a little bit of just raw whiskey. Just give it a little bit of a raw, like funky whiskey going on in here, man. And what you get with that, as that thing gets smoothed out by the ouds and all that kind of stuff, all those things just amalgamate into this gorgeous fragrance, man, that is a stunner, especially in the air. Super strong. This is another one, you spray 3 times, you are good to go. But the way that they do the rose in the oud combo in here, that tiramisu just accents it so perfectly off the top, man. That whiskey coming in there to give it a little bit of an edge. Gorgeous fragrance, man. If you've never put your nose on Precious Oud, find a way to put your nose on it. Some people actually say that it leans feminine. I mean, I don't find that it leans feminine at all. I can see it being called a unisex, but man, it's the way that this thing dries down in the air. Man, it's such a diffusive, such a gorgeously, like, subtly sweet fragrance in the air. Man, there's no wonder this is my most complimented fragrance every year, man. This is gorgeous. Put your nose on it. Again, this is Mancera's Precious Oud. Man, I cannot wait to wear this in the winter. This is more of a fall winter scent, man. I don't like it in the spring, but fall winter, this is amazing, man. And that's all I got. I just wanted to kind of throw these out there. But man, I had fun doing this. It was hard because I had to literally like X out 8 fragrances from this list. I could not decide which ones I wanted to use in this video, man. But those are my 5, man, with a couple to grow on. Hey, what fragrance? I'm not going to actually tag some people in this video as well, man, to kind of keep the tag going. And guys, have you put your nose on any of these, man? Make sure you put it in the comments, which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and hey, put some suggestions down in the comments as well. And as always, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course share this video with someone you know that loves fragrances. And man, hey, holla at Dedrick, man. Follow his channel, man. One of the better dudes, one of the best dudes in FragCom, man. So definitely shout out to him for tagging me. And guys, you already know the deal, man. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, make sure you make today the best day ever on purpose. Peace out. I must have been talking a while because my ice is melted.